What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the debut episode of the Yinz and Youse podcast. We're here to bring you the best of Pittsburgh and Philly sports talk, and today we're diving straight into the 2025 NFL preseason. Who's looking sharp, who's struggling, and what it all means heading into the regular season. We've got bold predictions, a few spicy hot takes, and of course, some fantasy football talk to get you ready for week one. This is the Yinz and Youse podcast. Let's get cracking.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first official episode of the Yinz and Youse podcast. My name is Ben.
And my name is Nathan.
I am going to be your designated Eagles fan for this year.
And I am the Yinzer for the podcast, coming out of Pittsburgh.
So what's going on, buddy? How you doing today?
Dude, football is back, man.
Football's back.
I stepped outside, and it was a gorgeous, crisp day this morning.
You can smell it in the air.
I know. We got through preseason, week 0, college football, but today I really felt it. That football is back, and we're
here. We are totally here. It's a nice, beautiful day in lovely West Virginia. So let's talk preseason, man. How are you feeling so far?
Dude, I mean, preseason wrapped up pretty well. Both of us kind of in a good spot. You know, Eagles, Steelers, both 2-1 in the preseason, but
happy with that.
Not too bad. So a couple losses, which just means that we're going to be good in the regular season. Of course,
yeah.
That's exactly
I never
want to
have a perfect preseason because you never have a good season when you have a perfect preseason.
I mean, all the more proven that the Browns went 3-0 in the preseason. So.
Can't wait for them to go 0-17.
Yeah, but a couple good things coming out of preseason. A lot of highs, a lot of lows on the Steelers' end. And the one thing I definitely got to talk about in the highs and lows is the quarterback situation going on in Pittsburgh. Mason Rudolph made it really hard to be a believer for all the Mason Rudolph fans. That includes myself with his 3 weeks of preseason. But
not feeling it for Maga Mason now?
Well, he had an electric start week 1. Super good week 1. He was 9 for 10, 84 passing yards, and a touchdown, no interceptions. Looked really good. I was, after week 1, thinking maybe it's a competition for the QB1 spot.
Oh, yeah.
But really, next 2 weeks, it's actually a quarterback battle for the 2 spot between Mason and Skylar Thompson.
And Skylar was looking good.
He was looking
really good.
Really good. Skylar Thompson finished his preseason with 498 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, interception, with a 73 completion percentage, making it look like it's going to be a true battle for the QB2 in Pittsburgh.
And, that QB2 spot is pretty important in Pittsburgh, especially when your QB1 is going to either tear his ACL or run into the hat man.
I mean, yeah, Aaron Rodgers leading the charge week 1. Definitely is going to make it interesting for QB2. Definitely in question now. It wasn't before, but now, I don't know. I might be looking too much into it, but I'm not sure what that second spot's going to look like. I definitely don't know what the third spot's going to be with a little devastating injury to Will Howard, the rookie quarterback out of Ohio State. Got a little fractured hand injury right before the preseason, which left him out of the preseason. So we didn't get to see him in action, which really, in my opinion, kind of crushes his chances of an NFL
Wasn't
career.
it his left hand?
I think so.
He's a baby.
No, dude, he just won a national championship. He's fine. He's tough.
He can't play in the NFL, apparently.
Well, yeah, but like with that injury, the biggest takeaway kind of from that was this preseason was really his shot to kind of see what he has moving forward, because he's definitely not playing in the regular season. I truly don't believe that. He's going to be behind Mason and behind Aaron. So yeah, this preseason was definitely going to be put us in a prime position to see how he was as a quarterback to go into next year, to maybe see if he's this guy that we got to take going forward, and maybe even kind of solidify what's going to happen in Pittsburgh in 2026 with the draft being in Pittsburgh with a kind of loaded quarterback class coming in.
Absolutely.
So it really makes you question do you trust Will Howard based on what he's doing in practice, since you're not going to be seeing him in some playing time action? Or do you take your quarterback, you take your franchise guy in Pittsburgh next year?
Well, I mean, what's Rodgers going to do? He can't play for another season after this, right?
No, he's made it clear that he's done after this. Yeah, he signed to Pittsburgh on a 1-year deal. Has made it clear that this is it. This is his final ride. So definitely another quarterback change coming to Pittsburgh starting in 2026. But yeah, I mean, with no chance of seeing Will Howard in preseason. Definitely no chance unless something crazy happens to both Aaron Rodgers and Mason Rudolph in the regular season. We're not seeing Will Howard in play, so
Right.
do you just trust off of what he's doing in practice, or do you go after your quarterback with a potential loaded quarterback draft roster in Pittsburgh? In your own backyard?
Look at the Browns. They're making it work.
I mean, they are making it work, dude. They got 4 quarterbacks, and they just cut the Pro Bowler, Tyler Huntley.
So, with that, speaking of the Browns, how are we feeling about Shador? He looked electric week 1.
He looked solid week 1. I'll give him that. He looked solid, and then he had a terrible week 3 against the Rams.
Well, that was on the NFL. They had a bunch of people in blue trying to tackle him.
Well, so, like, yeah, that's the thing, and the internet is just taking this by storm that Kevin Stefanski's just racist against Shador Sanders. The offensive line just doesn't try as hard with Shadanders as they do with Dylan Gabriel. So everyone's like, what the heck's going on?
When is the offensive line for the Browns ever tried?
But, like, yeah, even that. And then something came out today that 4 of the offensive linemen that were helping Shador got cut from the final roster of the Browns.
That's crazy.
So
I
now
didn't see that.
Yeah, so now they're all like, oh, they were purposely not giving Shador a chance. But really, my opinion, if you actually, like, sit back and watch, I'm not going to say that Shador Sanders is not an NFL quarterback. I think he can be, but he is just a project. You watch him in that Rams game, and you just see that he's clearly uncomfortable moving around in that pocket and his slow decision time, which caused him to get 5 sacks for huge losses.
Oh, my God.
Huge losses.
What was it, 24 yards on a sack?
On just 1 sack was 24.
So
I mean,
gross.
he dropped so far back in the pocket, giving his offensive lineman no chance of protecting him. He just clearly is not comfortable. His late decision-making causes him to run back.
Terrible decision-making. Because, I mean, wouldn't you just take intentional grounding at that point?
Yeah, I mean, you got to do something. But
I mean,
then on
risk
the other end of
that.
it, yeah.
Yeah, you can't just that's awful. That's terrible.
Yeah, but even then, like looking at Dylan Gabriel, the other rookie that they have, he looks way more comfortable standing in the pocket, throwing from the pocket, and has that quick decision-making to get out of the pocket and create positive yards instead of getting for loss. And I'm not saying Dylan Gabriel is like the super flashy quarterback. Like, I think he definitely has his limitations, but he can more comfortably move in the pocket with under center. And I think he's definitely going to see playing time, if any, in the regular season before Shador Sanders does.
Well, I think they're at least making a smart decision and letting Flacco start out. I mean, granted, he's old too, but he's not going to be the great Joe Flacco that we saw, 3-4 years ago when he came back out of nowhere. But at least it gives them all a chance to sit behind a seasoned QB, let them see what you need to do to be a good system pocket quarterback. And hopefully, give them a chance to learn. But you've only got another year to do that. And I think it's stupid to throw a rookie in there at starting. So, there's upsides and downs. But I don't foresee us seeing Shador being that great. I think the Browns are going to do what the Browns do, and they're going to just ruin another rookie QB.
I mean, that's what they're known for, dude.
It is, man. It is. I mean, granted, Baker has found his calling at Tampa, and he's doing a hell of a lot better. But I mean, he was getting shit talked for a while just because he was playing for the Browns.
And then the Browns just gave up on him.
It's a kiss of death, man.
He's thriving over in Tampa.
Absolutely.
I mean, they also, picking back on how you said they had the chance to learn, that's even if they stay for the Browns. My kind of running theory is that they have their 4 quarterbacks right now with Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Shador Sanders,
the hero,
Dylan Gabriel. Yeah, okay, let's slow down there. But it's only a matter of time until Deshaun Watson's going to be coming back, and then they're going to have 5 quarterbacks.
Oh, I forgot about Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson is going to be back. So, are all these quarterbacks just assets for the Browns that they're looking to trade? I mean, Kenny Pickett probably could get traded.
Come back?
I think it's later. I can't remember if he's going to miss this whole season or not, but I think it's going to come later. But when he does come back, he's going to be wanting his playing time for sure.
Yeah,
he's not just going to sit back.
What, they signed him for another 4 years?
I have no idea.
It was something crazy.
I mean, they're not giving up on him.
They should.
That's for sure. I'm not saying you're wrong, but the Browns are not giving up on him. And he's going to be coming back soon to where they're going to have 5 quarterbacks. I mean, Kenny Pickett's probably going to be on the trading block. I don't know if teams are looking to reach out for like a 5th or 6th round trade to get Shador. I mean, like you said, like he looked kind of solid week 1, but is definitely a project quarterback. If he's going to be in the NFL,
you got to give him a season or two.
Even Dylan Gabriel. I mean, so I don't know. I don't know what the game plan is in Cleveland with all these quarterbacks.
Oh, absolutely. Well, thankfully, neither of us are Cleveland fans.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So I mean, clearly, I don't really give a shit what they do. So it just leaves me with questions more than answers.
Oh yeah. But I will say, Eagles looking pretty solid in this preseason.
Yeah.
You know, we did lose to the Browns, but I'm not too worried about that. Plus, we just picked up the hero Sam Howell. Not sure why, but he was solid 2 years ago. He looked great at Washington. Got me a lot of points in fantasy. So
the dude slings the ball.
He does. He's great for deep balls. So I think he's a good QB3, maybe QB2, depending on how the situation goes. But there any moments Steelers wise that you want to talk about?
Yeah. So another reason, we already talked about the quarterback situation in Pittsburgh. I'm also going to give my flowers to the offensive line of the Steelers, which I think is going to be phenomenal moving forward. And they're a young core, and if we can keep all these guys together, like, they're going to be great. Like Broderick Jones, Isaac Seumalo, Zach Frazier, Mason McCormick, Troy Fontanu. I think they're going to be spectacular. You have Zach Frazier at center leading the charge, along with Mason McCormick, Broderick Jones going into year 2. They're still young guys. Or I'm sorry, Broderick Jones is a year 3 guy.
Wow.
But this is whatever. But Broderick Jones moving to his natural position at left tackle. He played the first 2 years in Pittsburgh at right tackle just because they were out of options. So we know in the past Broderick Jones has a lot of issues drawing penalties, but I think I'm pretty high on him being back at his position at left tackle. Troy Fontanu is the second-year guy coming back. He didn't play his rookie season last year with an injury, but I'm pretty high on him being at that tackle position, and with the experience of Isaac Seumalo from the Eagles, actually.
Yep.
I am very high. They had their moments with Mason where, I mean, he had so much room in the preseason to move around.
Yeah.
Like, they looked really, really good. So this young group, I mean, I think we have our franchise offensive line. I'm going to call it how it is. Definitely have our franchise center with Zach Frazier. He is a phenomenal guy. And they're all really high on him in Pittsburgh. I'm super high on him as well. Also, probably because of the bias that he is from Fairmont and he went to WVU. But super smart kid, super physical kid, was a wrestler in high school as well. He's been nothing but great in just his rookie season. So
he looks awesome.
Yes, so I'm really high on this offensive line moving forward.
I like it.
Another thing with Pittsburgh on the opposite end, not so much. I don't really like calling this a disappointment, but it's just kind of disappointing to see. Rookie defensive tackle Derek Harmon, I mean, got super lucky avoiding a season-ending injury in the preseason. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not see this. No.
So he had a knee injury to which he was carted off the field with a towel over his head, sobbing. And this is a tough dude, and to which my immediate reaction was like, he's out for the season. Like, that sucked to see.
Yeah.
Because he's like really good guy out of Oregon. Could be a sneaky pick for defensive player or defensive rookie of the year, but. He got super lucky. It just got announced the day after that he just has a knee sprain. He's going to be out for about a month. So we'll be hurt to see that for the start of the season, but it's not season ending, so we'll see him later. The only now option that I have to watch now that because Derek Harmon is out, the other defensive tackle that we have, Cam Hayward, can continue to cry about getting a contract because
He
now
still not signed anything.
No, they still haven't signed an
crazy.
extension. So
That's
now.
Crazy.
Now we really need him because we're out Derek Harmon for the first few weeks.
Man,
and that's just this whole other thing.
I used to really like Cam Hayward. He seemed like he had such a good head on his shoulders, but man, he really turned me off with this whole contract ordeal.
It's just like, in my eyes, it's super like almost hypocritical because if you remember earlier in the offseason, he was on his podcast and they were talking about recruiting Aaron Rodgers, and he immediately shut that down and was like, I'm not doing that. You're either a Steeler or you're not.
Yep, that's why I was just about to bring that up.
And now here he is crying for a new contract. Now, I'll give this to him. he's older, but he did really well last year. Like, if you look at his stats and you compare it to a year that Aaron Donald won defensive MVP, it's like it's right there. It's so comparable.
Absolutely.
Like, he was, for his age, he played phenomenal. So, like, I'm kind of not saying that he doesn't deserve this contract, but, like, he also they just renegotiated and re-signed his contract just recently, and he's already wanting more money than what he just agreed to. So, like, I don't know. It's super frustrating that Steelers have to go through this every single year, it feels like.
Every year.
People wanting a lot of money and
every year
saying that they are going to sit. It's super frustrating. It's crazy. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Let's turn it over to your side. What's going on? How'd the Eagles preseason go in your eyes?
Eagles preseason is looking good. Like I said earlier, I mean, one loss to the Browns. Not upset about that. Our defense, I was really nervous about them. I mean, we got rid of half of them in the offseason. But, we're still looking. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Gabe Hall, all looking great. Especially Jalen Carter. I mean, I have nothing but praise to say about him every single year. I'm trying to even think about what to talk about for the Eagles because it's been kind of nothing. I mean, there's no major news going on.
That's like so when we started the social medias, and I'm trying to like also dive into the Eagles thing, and I talked about this with a few of our friends. I'm like, our page just seems like it's a Steeler page. The Eagles are so put together and nothing is going on.
I was going to say, there's no drama on our end. There's no contract situations. We're just playing football. And
yeah, exactly.
I love that as a fan. I really hate it as a host of a podcast trying to talk about Philadelphia. I went there last year and had a cheesesteak. It was pretty good. That's about all I got.
I mean, yeah, you guys got your players, you got your quarterbacks, got your wide receivers, your running back, got defensive players, making a little bit of trades.
Craziest thing that's happened. We already brought it up. We have Sam Howell. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I don't know, man. That's Philly. I mean, I'm happy. I'm content. We won the Super Bowl last year, so I can't really ask for too much more. This is a year that even after like 2017, 2018, when we got our first, the year after that, it was like smooth sailing. We didn't have a great year. Carson Wentz coming back off the injury, he looked, he was a little rough, but I wasn't upset at all. I was just happy to watch football. And that's exactly how I'm feeling this year. The drama will come where the drama comes, but I just get to sit back on Sundays.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Good for you.
It's awesome. I love having this team, man. Love it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still waiting to see what final moves get made for the Steelers. Apparently, reporting that Omar Khan is not done. I don't know what that means, given that Terry McLaurin just re-signed with the Commanders, so I don't know what that means that he's not done. But, like, I don't know, maybe just Jacoby Myers. It seems that he's requesting a trade out of the Raiders now that they've just signed Amari Cooper. Could Jacoby Myers come to the Steelers and just be another solid wide receiver that they have?
What's the Steelers' cap space even looking like? I mean, who else can they sign?
I think they have like 20-some million left in cap space, but they have a decent amount of cap space.
Really? Even after the TJ Watt deal?
Even after the TJ Watt deal. But
That's
I'm sure
crazy.
some of that will go to Cam in time. I'm sure.
See that there's happening. No way that they get rid of him.
No. I mean, yeah, given like all this and just kind of how annoying it is, like he is someone that needs to be a Steeler for life. Like I'd be more mad if he was somewhere else.
I mean, where else would he even go?
I'm sure someone will take him. I mean, like I said, I mean he's old, but like he's been really solid. He's still he hasn't really shown signs of slowing down.
It's true. Yeah, I'll give you that. All
right, and then the final preseason topic I want to bring up for Steelers fans is wide receiver Roman Wilson actually looked pretty good in the preseason heading into year 2. With doing absolutely nothing year 1, battling injuries kind of all season. I'm now a little more excited than I used to be, kind of seeing him getting into the mix for wide receiver. He had a few explosive plays. One of them I got to see live. I was in Pittsburgh for week 2 against the Buccaneers. Watched him get a nice 42-yard bomb. I mean, he looked pretty explosive. So I'm not trying to get my hopes too high. I know we didn't see him a whole lot last year with his injuries, but even with the other wide receiver room, Calvin Austin was the same reason. He sat out all of year 1 dealing with injuries, and he looked really explosive year 2. So I don't know if we can do the exact same thing for Roman Wilson, but given this preseason, he did look pretty solid. So I'm a little excited to see what he can do in that mix with Calvin Austin and DK Metcalf, Pittsburgh Steeler.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of electric plays, only really cool thing to happen out of Philly, it was the Nickerson INT against the Jets. That was great. Seeing some action out in the deep field with the defense, especially now that Slay's gone. I'm a little nervous about that, but looks like a pretty solid option. He's a ball hawk, so we'll see what happens. But like we said before, that's kind of all that's happened in Philly.
Well, the Pittsburgh has Darius Slay, so I'm very excited about that.
If he was for him to go anywhere, I'm happy that it was Pittsburgh, in all honesty.
Right. So, yeah, that addition with Darius Slay along with Jalen Ramsey, that Steelers secondary should be absolutely dangerous this season.
Oh, yeah.
So with the preseason talk all wrapped up after 3 weeks of competition, where does this leave us for the regular season starting off in 1 week? What do you think is going to go down in Philadelphia this year?
I'm excited. Starting off with the Cowboys. Nice division rival. Ready to see Jerry Jones cry when we put up the banner. That's going to be good.
That's going to be the most electric thing.
That's going to be
start
good.
Off.
Man, I was going to go to the game, and then I looked at the prices, and then I couldn't afford to put the mortgage on it. So
not yet.
Crazy,
not
dude.
Until all of our sponsors roll in.
Yeah.
and they're begging us. They say, please make content week
Miller
1.
Lite, give us a call. but no, playing the Cowboys. I'm saying this now that they're a nobody team, and we're not going to lose to them. And I know with that mindset, we're probably going to lose to them. But I know that we're not going to. It's too big of a game to throw away. Jalen's got a good head on his shoulders. Nick Sirianni likes to make people cry. So I'm excited for that game. It's going to be good. Chiefs immediately after that. Super Bowl repeat. That'll be an interesting game. See what happens. The rest of our schedule, in all honesty, it really doesn't look that bad. I mean, Bucks, they're going to put up competition. Giants won't, but we also have a tendency to play really bad when we play the Giants, so we'll see what happens there. Packers will be a nice repeat from week 1 of last year. But besides that, I mean, I really like our schedule. I'm not going to say that we're going to have a perfect 17-0, but at least 11 wins. At least.
I think so. Is that week 2 game? Is that in Kansas City?
That's a good question.
Is that in Arrowhead?
Think it's
That'll be a fun environment.
Link.
That'll be even more fun of an environment.
Oh no,
in Philly.
It's at KC. So Arrowhead. Yeah, that'll be pretty crazy.
That'll be fun.
That'll be really fun. What about Steelers? How are they looking?
Well, I looked at their schedule, and do you want me to just say now that I also see 17-0?
You can say it. But
So I was looking at it actually right before we got on, and I kind of laughed at myself because I was like, realistically, let me look through this and see what I think the Steelers' record can be. And funny enough, I was tallying through all the wins, and I looked at it and I was like, it's 10-7. It's what I had.
The standard is the standard.
I was like, again. But with that 10-7, and I'm being so serious, this is a 5-0 start.
I'll give you that.
It is 5-0.
Jets, Seahawks, Pats. Yeah.
Starting off at the Jets, then revenge game for Aaron Rodgers, followed up by a revenge game for DK Metcalf. You got a young Patriots, and then you got in Ireland, Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, the Ireland game.
Yeah, followed by an easy bye week, or early bye week, I should say, week 5, and then you open up with the Browns week 6 coming out of that bye at home.
Now, I know that you did just say that it's a revenge game for Aaron Rodgers, but isn't it also a revenge game for Justin Fields?
I'm not worried about that.
What do you mean? He's got targets everywhere, just not his wide receivers.
But he's really
so
quick.
Bad.
Oh, but he's really
He looks
quick.
so bad. Yeah, I mean, it'll set me up nice for fantasy, but we'll get into that later.
We'll get into that later. But no, I genuinely, realistically can see 5-0. Let me take a step back here. And be careful with my next words.
He's getting heated.
I think Aaron Rodgers will be better than he was in New York. I think that's hard. I think that's hard to be worse than what he was in New York. And like I said earlier, I'm really high on this offensive line. If they can even just give him a sliver of time like they did with Mason Rudolph in the preseason, I think that's going to give him more just time to make those right decisions so he's not panicking and running because he's 41 years old and he's not that fast anymore. But I also know he's not going to be anywhere near the MVP Rodgers that he was in Green Bay. I know
that's true.
But I think he will be better than he was in New York. I think he just wasn't set to succeed in New York with that atrocious O-line that left him scrambling a lot.
Terrible. I was going to make a joke that this was the last episode of the podcast, but that was a good take. I'll give you that. Like you said, it's hard to be as bad as he was in the Jets. You can't really go any more down from there. So I mean, yeah, he'll be good. Well, good's a big word. He'll be there.
He'll be serviceable. I think he can
quarterback.
I think he can hit DK pretty well, and I'm excited for DK.
I am excited for the connection with him and DK.
He is a physical human dude. He is a crazy specimen, super athletic. Mm-hmm. Just like A.J. Brown, and coincidentally enough, both of those guys are Ole Miss wide receivers, so something's going on down there.
No, I mean DK's been in the league for a little bit. He's definitely, I'm sure that he's taken some hits in his performance, but I think he's a good pickup for the Steelers. I'm excited to see him, and he looks good in the black and gold. I'll give you that.
The black and the gold. That number 4 is really growing on me. I mean, this is probably a franchise guy. They signed him for 5 years.
Oh my God, 5 years?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, this is a franchise wide receiver.
That's big. That's awesome.
Which not had in a while.
But
with both of those adjustments on offense, you look on the defensive side of the ball, and I look at this new defense. We have T.J. Watt, who's still really good, battling things with Cam Hayward. You just draft Derek Hardman. That defensive line, super nice. Middle linebackers, Patrick Queen was a huge addition from the Ravens we got last year. I'm expecting a big jump from Peyton Wilson coming out of his second year. I think he had a really solid rookie season. And then you bring on the additions of Darius Slay. You bring on the addition of Jalen Ramsey, along with Joey Porter Jr. and Deshaun Elliott. I think that secondary is going to be absolutely amazing. And this defense will not let the Steelers lose more than 9 games. I think they're going to be pretty set. The only thing stopping this defense is defensive coordinator Terrell Austin.
I've just been talking about this guy all day.
I was so mad at the end of last season that they brought him back. This is a dude who clearly relies on the star talent of defense to adjust the schemes themselves, that he can't do it. He's been seen time and time again how he struggles so late in the game to make adjustments to key players, to tight ends, to running backs. He waits way too long and gives guys opportunities to be great against the Steelers defense because those adjustments just can't be made. And his plays are also way too predictable.
Oh, you can read them like a book, man. It's
that's
a
another
zone
thing that
every
drove me
single
crazy
time.
was people calling out the defense before the play even happened. And I'm like, we can't adjust for this. So no, Terrell Austin needs to be fired yesterday. It was so bad.
Guys, if you can just figure out how to have man coverage in the middle, you guys won't get picked apart. It's crazy.
Yeah, this is way too good of a defense to go to waste. I mean, we have phenomenal edge rushers, like I said, with T.J. Watt. You also have Alex Highsmith. Nate Herbig has looked great. Plus, you pick up the rookie Jack Sawyer out of Ohio State, who was really good then. You finally have a middle linebacking core that is actually respectable since probably Ryan Shazier back in that day.
Man.
We've struggled with middle linebacking core.
Yeah.
Cole Holcomb also comes back from an injury in that linebacking core, which is he was pretty good. Dealt with an injury, was gone all last year. This is too good of a defense to go to waste. And Terrell Austin needs to be his line is so thin. He is on so thin of ice right now.
But this is always the problem with the Steelers. You guys have weapons. You guys have players that can make plays.
Yes.
But the coaching staff,
this should be
is dog shit.
This should be the best defense in the league. It really should. And I feel like I'm not crazy for saying it. I really don't.
Hey, weren't you talking about taking your Kenny Pickett jersey and putting Rodgers on the back of it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, it's not. You don't understand. I would rather not saying I don't know what I'm not saying.
Don't you own a Kenny Pickett jersey?
Do I own it?
Never
Yes.
mind.
Did I go out and purchase it?
Don't worry about who bought it.
Did you give it to me when I told you not to?
It.
Yes, because you found it at Marshall's for a deal.
$16.
Because nobody, who the fuck wants a Kenny Pickett jersey?
After we won this Super Bowl, I bought another one for $11.
That's I think they're still selling them at the pro shop for the Steelers.
That wouldn't
They're
surprise
still
me.
there.
That wouldn't surprise me.
I looked the other day. You know they're still selling Juju Smith-Schuster jerseys?
No way.
I loved him so much. He was so good. I miss him so bad.
Who was the? I want to say he was another wide receiver, number 11. Why can't I think of his name?
The rookie sensation that was supposed to be a top 3 wide receiver, Chase Claypool. Mapletron.
Yeah.
Mapletron.
Yeah. They still have his jersey at our Marshalls.
Oh,
They're still
absolutely.
selling
Yeah,
that
they're still trying to get rid of him. Devin Bush is still another one they're trying to get rid of.
Really? I haven't seen that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They're good jerseys, though. They're the nice, high-quality ones.
Yeah,
it's hard not to buy them.
They are nice. I look at a Juju one every now and then, but I already.
With how much you talk about him, you might as well just pick it up.
Juju, if you're listening to this, we love you in Pittsburgh, please. What?
Go film another TikTok.
No, whatever, dude. Let's take a moment and go back to that. You know what I would give to having the only issue of the Steelers roster being dancing in the middle of the field? Like, remember when we thought that was the biggest issue, and now we've just been in hell since Ben retired?
The good old days.
Yeah, you don't realize you're in the good old days until they've left. And that's what I think is going to happen for Pittsburgh this season. But let's take a look outside of PA and go around the league. Who do you think is going to take home the MVP this year?
That's a hard question. I mean, part of me wants to say Barkley, like I did last year. I don't think that's going to happen.
That's not a running back award.
I would love for it to be. No, obviously, I mean, it's going to be a QB. It's always a QB. You know, you've got your basics of Lamar Jackson. You've got Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes always. But really, hot take. I'm going to go Jaden Daniels.
Oh.
I'm going to go Jaden Daniels.
You think he's staying away from that sophomore slump?
I said the same thing about C.J. Stroud last year, so knock on wood. But he was so good last year. I mean, I know that he's a division rival and, like, we're supposed to hate each other. But, man, if they beat us, I was rooting for them all the way. Right. I want to see Jaden Daniels do fantastic. I love him. That's going to be my pick.
See, I'm in a similar boat. I don't know if I'd ever cheer for them, but it's kind of hard. Like, Joe Burrow is really fun to watch. He was one. Like, he looked electric that last year at LSU when they went undefeated and won a national championship. When I saw that the Bengals were going to finish with the first overall pick, I was pretty pissed off because I don't want to cheer for him in Cincinnati. And I never will. But I can admire his talents where I can.
You know, as far as your division goes, obviously I grew up in a Steelers household, so I'd have a soft spot for you guys. But, man, I kind of like Cincinnati. I kind of like them, man. They're not bad. I mean, if I had to root for the Ravens, I'd shoot myself, and there's not a universe in the world where I would ever root for the Browns. So I like teams that win. But the Bengals, man, they look good. They look good. It's hard to not like Joe
I'll
Burrow.
never root for him, but I will admire it where I can. But on my side of it, I think it's actually an easy decision for MVP.
Really?
I think it's going to be a very similar story to last year, where it's just going to be a battle between Lamar and Josh Allen. I think it's just going to be clear between those two. I don't know who it's going to be. I mean, they both were phenomenal and worthy of MVP last year.
They were.
So
they were.
I can only see what they both got new additions for their defense. Offense is still looking pretty solid for both of them. So we'll see what happens. But I think it's a clear battle between those two.
Man, Josh Allen is one of those guys that he's awesome. He's great. But, man, I always forget that he exists.
See,
I don't know why.
He's one that I can root for. Like, it's really it's impossible to root against Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah. No, I like rooting for the Bills. They're not bad. I've got no qualms with them whatsoever. So they're a good team to always watch.
Oh, yeah. And I think they're one that will easily win their division for the East. So it's just a matter of where they place in the AFC, how they get the good seed. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, call this a hot take. You heard it here first, but don't be surprised when the Chiefs don't win the AFC West.
I love to hear that. I love to hear that.
Listen, man, I can see. I mean, obviously we know who Patrick Mahomes is, but like, I think the AFC is going to be a little more competitive than people are thinking this year.
Well, let's talk about AFC West. Who do you think is going to win?
See, that's another thing. I just think it's super kind of up in the air. Look at what's going on in Denver.
I was just about to say the Broncos.
Yeah, look, we've seen in the past Sean Payton's offense as a head coach. Bo Nix looked really good.
Bo
end of
Nix
the
looks
season.
awesome.
He looked really good in the season. Their defense is phenomenal. They got reigning MVP Pat Surtain leading that. Their defense is going to be really good. Cortland Sutton was sneaky good last year.
What a fantasy pick last year. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that guy was really good.
Thank you for that.
But, I mean, whatever. But Bo Nix looked really good. That Denver offense looks really good. But, like, even then, let's, like, stay in the West. Jim Harbaugh, head coach of the Chargers, going into year 2. They have a really good quarterback, Justin Herbert. They pick up Keenan Allen in the wide receiver room along with Ladd McConkey, who took a huge step as a rookie last year.
Ladd McConkey was
He
great.
looked really good. And I'm not even going to throw away the Raiders just yet. I'm not going to count out Pete Carroll for their head coach.
Forgot that Pete Carroll's back.
And they get Geno Smith, who was with Pete Carroll before.
That's true.
They got the best tight end in the league this year. I'm saying that now. Brock Bowers. and they got the rookie Ashton Genty. Like, I think it's going to be a very competitive AFC West.
Ashton Genty looked good too, man. He was just running through people. I was really nervous that coming from college, he was. I mean, you know, it's a different game. It's a harder game whether the rookies realize it or not. But he played well, man.
He transitioned pretty well for
He
preseason.
did. He really did. So yeah, they'll definitely be a team to watch.
Yeah. I mean, the Chiefs just haven't shown me anything that, like, I think is going to lock them in for the West.
I think that they're written out of the script. I'll give you that.
Like, Patrick Mahomes is still good. I'm not saying that, but, like, Travis Kelce, he's out the door. He's getting older. Chris Jones in defense, he's out the door getting older. Rashee Rice, their wide receiver, he's going to be suspended in the middle of the season, which
What
is its
a
own
crazy
disgusting thing to talk about. Yeah,
I hate the NFL.
but yeah, like, the Chiefs aren't showing me anything that, like, oh yeah, they're going to win. So I don't know. Just don't be surprised when they don't win the AFC West.
I like that take. I really do. Maybe I'm just biased because I hate the Chiefs, but I really like that take.
I do. I mean, unless someone can tell me I'm crazy and tell me I'm wrong, I think I'm bringing up pretty valid points here. So.
I got to change my end of the year bets. I didn't even think about that. I should have thrown the Broncos in instead of the Chiefs. Speaking of betting, how are your bets looking this season, man? I know it's early, but
Listen, dude, I went to the sports book looking through of just something to entertain me, and I found some diabolical locks and futures this NFL season that I don't know if they're typos or what, but I feel like they're just giving me money on some of these, dude.
Okay,
all right. They're begging me. I'll start with team wins and losses, and I think this one's super easy. I'm taking the Cowboys over 7.5. I think they can muster 8 wins.
Really?
Yes, I do. Pending if Jerry Jones is still alive and what he does with Micah Parsons, I do feel pretty solid about Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and George Pickens. I think their offense is going to be
George Pickens, dude. I knew that's where this was going. God damn it.
I'd said 2 other people before George Pickens, man.
Yeah, but
like,
you were thinking about him the whole time.
I think they'll find a way. They'll definitely compete in the NFC East. They can muster out 8 wins. And then, like, their non-conference games look pretty easy as well. I'm taking the over easily 7.5 for the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
Moving to the next one, this is a team I'm smashing the under on and probably has a chance to go winless this season. And that's the Cleveland Browns under 5.5.
Oh, under 5.5 I like.
The line is set to 5.5. Could they go 17-0? I don't know, but I'm not going to rule it out because that is just atrocious what's going on.
There's no way they go 17-0. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah,
Lock that
absolutely. Absolutely not. Yeah. Lock them in to finish last in the AFC North. Smash the under 5.5 wins.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Season. And then also staying on the line of 5.5, but I'm taking the over, and that's with the Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
I really like Cam Ward. I don't know if he's going to transition as well as we've seen with like Jaden Daniels and C.J. Stroud as rookies, but I like him, and he is just so under the radar with all this nonsense of Shedeur Sanders going on right now.
I'll give you that.
I think he looks really good. He's got an older wide receiver room, but it's not the most disgusting thing in the world. I think people write off Calvin Ridley way too quickly. I still think he's kind of solid as a veteran. That Tyler Lockett, that addition, I know he's getting older as well.
Yep.
But was still serviceable in Seattle right before.
Absolutely. No, he was great last year.
Yeah. So it's just going to really come down to that defense. And then that AFC South, I don't know how that's going to square out. I think that's just going to be competitive based on how low of talent that kind of is over there in the South. But I think I like the Titans over 5.5 wins this season.
How's their O-line looking? I mean, does he have a wall to protect him? Because I don't really know personally.
I mean, I don't I don't fucking know. I just saw him in college in Miami. He was really good in the pocket, and he's quick too.
Trust your gut. I like it.
Yeah, but I like Cam Ward, so I'm taking 5.5.
Okay.
Now, if we look over to some quarterbacks, again, some of these just seem way too easy. One of those, Sam Darnold, over 20.5 touchdown passes this season.
Ooh, 28.5.
No, 20.5.
Oh, 20.5.
20.5 was the line set for total touchdown passes in the
Yeah,
regular
okay.
season for Sam Darnold.
I see that.
Dude was slinging the ball in Minnesota.
He was looking great last year. He looked great last year. I did not believe you, but I was proven wrong.
Right. I mean, he looked really good. Was a great quarterback, but just at the Jets and then went to the Panthers. Still wasn't going to succeed there.
Mm-hmm.
Totally written off. Looked great in Minnesota. I mean, now he's got a new offense over in Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba, wide receiver. Cooper Kupp, wide receiver. This dude loves to swing the ball. He's a pocket passer. 20.5 touchdown passes. Absolutely smashing the over with Sam Darnold.
I like that.
I'm also staying over there with the over. I'm smashing the over on Michael Penix over 19.5.
Michael
touchdown
Penis.
passes. Don't call him Michael Penis. He does not like that. He hates it, and he will fight you if you call him Michael Penis. So his name
So you think we'll
is
get him on the
Michael
pod?
Penix. Maybe if he yells at you for calling him Michael Penis, we might get him on the pod. So really, you probably should do that so we can
All right.
get some,
Here you go. You're
get some
welcome.
traction build up. But no, I'm absolutely smashing the over 19.5 for Michael Penix touchdown passes thrown. Bijan Robinson is absolutely phenomenal wide receiver.
Yep.
He's getting a lot of checkdowns last year with that offense. Drake London, Kyle Pitts. Didn't take him in fantasy this year, but still got drafted. Kyle Pitts. So we'll see how he responds to everyone finally writing him off this year. But
We'll see.
Absolutely,
We'll see.
I'm smashing the 19.5 over touchdown passes.
I mean,
for Michael
when
Penix.
I was in desperate need for a QB last year in fantasy, Penix was there. He helped me.
So,
he got me some wins.
He got his time the end of the season last year. Got a few starts. Now he's set to be the quarterback week one for the Falcons. So it's definitely going to be an interesting look on that. And I'm pretty big on this hate, and I've addressed it so much, but the Bears. I am demolishing the under for Caleb Williams, 23.5 touchdown passes.
Easy.
Exactly.
That's printing
Easy.
money.
I'm looking at these, and I'm like, they're begging me to throw money on them. Like, this has to be a typo. Under 23.5 passes for Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams. I'm not sold on Caleb Williams.
No.
I'm really not.
He looked
I'm really
like garbage
not.
last year. He looked terrible.
Yeah. I know they got a new offensive coordinator.
Don't care.
I'm sorry. They got the new offensive coordinator from the Lions as their head
yeah.
coach. But I don't know. I'm really just not sold on Caleb Williams. I think we'll see some of Tyson Bagent this year still. I mean, dude is phenomenal, and I'm even praising him a little more because he's from Martinsburg, West Virginia, went to Shepherd.
Oh,
D2.
shout out.
Yeah, exactly. Huge shout out. Just got a nice contract, $10 million. So I mean, he looked phenomenal in preseason as well.
I'll give you that. I
looked pretty good.
I'll admit, I did not watch
season before
any of the Bears preseason, so I don't really have anything to say on him, but I think it would be hard to be worse than Caleb Williams. So
yeah. So I have said this time and time and again. I'm never sold on what's going on in Chicago.
no.
Not sold on what's going on with Caleb Williams. Easily. Nothing is more easy than taking the under of 23.5 passes for
That's
Caleb
easy.
Williams.
I like that. I'm going to place that bet right now.
Good man.
And last on the agenda for today, let's talk about some fantasy football.
Yeah, we just wrapped up our draft over the weekend, man. Yeah.
Yeah. And as usual for our league, it was a clusterfuck. It was terrible. Nobody leaves happy.
Nobody leaves happy, and we do this every season. I spend weeks looking at mock drafts only to be fooled every single time, and I know it going into it, that our draft does not go how it should ever. Ever.
I tried a new strategy this year, and instead of sitting and doing a bunch of mock drafts and, trying to plan out a regular, normal draft, I put all of my info into ChatGPT and had ChatGPT build me a draft order. And then I had to let ChatGPT know that there were at least 2 to 3 people in our league that will just pick the worst absolute picks ever. And honestly, this is probably my best draft that we've had.
Hey, yeah. Tell me, how did ChatGPT do for our 10-man league?
So starting off, I personally was in the 9 seed. I went with Derrick Henry for my running back, my first pick overall. I'm not upset with it. I told myself I definitely wasn't going to go for Saquon. He's on the cover of Madden. He had a great year last year. He's destined to not have a good year this year, in my personal opinion. But again, I was at the 9-man, so
yeah. So
I wasn't
good thing
getting
for
him.
you. He went 1 overall in our league, so you had no chance to worry about him.
We had one guy who has never played fantasy before, and sadly was not able to make it this year. Had to go on auto draft. But he let all of us know. Yeah, shout out to DC.
That's where he was. He's in the Army. Go Army.
Go Army. But yeah, he gave us all one pick that he desperately wanted since he was first overall, and that was Saquon Barkley. And then the rest was auto draft. And I hate to say it, I think he had the best draft out of all of us.
He drafted his auto draft. Like, it pissed me off how well he auto drafted.
It was way better than anything that we could have done. But yeah, picking up Saquon Barkley, Achane, Josh Jacobs. I mean, it wasn't bad at all. It wasn't bad at all for him.
It's super solid.
But what about you? Where you ended up, 5 this year?
So yeah, I had the 5th pick, which has been different compared to last week's because I usually like the quick turnaround. So I either hope to get a draft spot really early or really late, so I can have that quick turnaround. But I was 5, so I was right smack dab in the middle of our 10-man league. And I got to look at my roster, and the more I look at it, I'm sold that I'm either going to have the best team in the league or I'm going to have the worst team in the league. And I say that because I have a lot of players on my team that are either going to work really well in their offense that they're in, or it's going to be terrible. So, for example, my first-round pick was Justin Jefferson. We all know how elite Justin Jefferson is. I don't know what J.J. McCarthy is going to do at
That'll be
quarterback.
interesting.
I have no idea what that's going to look like. I then took Brock Bowers, who I feel pretty reliable on, as long as he just doesn't get hurt. I feel even better about him, actually, with a better quarterback. But then, I have Garrett Wilson. Is Justin Fields going to be really good? I don't know. Nope. They played together in college. So that's the only thing I'm banking on. I got R.J. Harvey. He's a rookie. That scares me. Tyreek Hill, I feel like, can be good only because if the Dolphins collapse early, I think he can be a guy very similar to Devontae Adams last year to request a trade early and get that trade done, so get him to a contender.
Okay.
I think that's the only high expectations I have with Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
I think he can be one that's on the trade block early in the season, pending a Dolphins collapse, which I think is definitely not out of the question.
I was laughing when you drafted Tyreek because all of my ChatGPT suggestions were to pick up Tyreek Hill in the 4th round. And which was exactly when you picked him, for one. But I also wrote him off of all of those. I replaced him with anybody else. So
definitely had a down year this year. But I can easily see, which he already kind of requested a trade. He said he was done in Miami at the end of last season.
Did he really? I didn't realize that.
Oh, it was like the last game of the season. And they were like asking him and stuff about like expectations for next year or like what he plans to do this offseason. He was like, oh, I don't know. I'm just done.
Interesting.
He's like, I'm out.
Very interesting.
So I'm shocked, honestly, that he's still on the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I don't really know what that situation's like, but easily can see if the wheels start spinning a little like early and the Dolphins start to fall apart and are losing, I can definitely see him being on a trade block and get him to a contender.
On the upside, when Tua is alive, he really doesn't play bad. I mean, he's a good quarterback.
Yeah, but golly, and the guy doesn't even want to wear the Guardian cap. I'm like, he's one hit away from getting his brain scrambled, and that's just out of like genuine concern.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it makes me so insanely nervous. And then like I have some other rookies, and I really didn't mean to do this, but like I just have so many rookies. I'm like, oh, they can be good. Travis Hunter sitting on my team, Cam Scadaboo sitting on my team.
I didn't realize how many rookies you picked up.
I didn't either until I looked at it. And I also forgot to do this as well because I've had him the past 2 seasons, and he's been awesome. And it's Jordan Addison, and I knew he was suspended. I knew he was suspended.
Yeah.
But like he's done really good for me the past 2 years. So I was like, I want to get him again. I drafted him, and then it clicked that, oh wait, I also have Justin Jefferson. Why am I loading up on Vikings wide receivers? Why did I do that?
Well, you're bound to get points at some point.
Well, someone's getting the ball. I don't know who, but yeah, that's another one. I'm like, oh shoot, I don't know. And then I snagged up the Steelers defense because again, they should be the best defense in the league. Absolutely should be.
We'll see. I'll give you that. I mean, we'll see.
Again, Terrell Austin's the only problem of why they're not the best in the league.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Again, it comes down to coaching, but that's a topic for another day.
That's what I'm complaining about.
Something else I want to talk about, which I've already given him shit for, but Calvin took A.J. Brown in the first round.
Yeah, he does that a lot, doesn't he? Where he just makes you scratch your head.
I will say this is a better first-round pick than his first-round pick 2 years ago, which was QB Aaron Rodgers' first year at the Jets.
The same year that he tore his Achilles, his third play.
Got him minus 0.5 points for the whole season.
Yeah, that was like, so yeah, our first year in the league, you have him, then you add Trevor, who's new to football. Yep. Trevor also took a quarterback in the first round, but it was Lamar Jackson.
Yes,
so you're like, and that was an MVP season for Lamar. So you're like, okay, that wasn't awful.
It wasn't. Granted, I took a QB first round, I think. I took Josh Allen.
It was 3 quarterbacks in the first round. I'm like, what is going on?
I did that to mess with everybody else, and I also really wanted Josh
Allen. It worked.
It
worked.
It did.
Because then Lamar Jackson and Aaron Rodgers came off the board. But not me, because I won that year. So
yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, it's a new season.
My name's on the trophy.
Yeah, for now. I can take that off at any point.
It stays there. Yeah. That's cheating.
Either way. But yeah, as far as like our teams are looking, besides all your rookies, you're comfortable?
Comfortable is a good word. I'm comfortable in some. Again, it could be the best team in our league, could be the worst team in our league. It just depends on how those skill players end up with the new situations that they found themselves in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm personally looking at another probably 4th place. I'm really good at being right in the middle. So
I just got to finish above 500, and then I'm a Hall of Fame coach. So,
but I've got Baker as my QB now, so we'll see how he takes this season. He was great last year. I mean, he put up points. He was a consistent 20, 30 points a game, give or take.
You know, talking on Baker, I could also see the Buccaneers making a run for the NFC conference. The playoffs.
On my bets for end of the year, Bucks finish out on all of them. So
let's say, watch out for the Buccaneers. I think that could be one that they win the NFC, go to the Super Bowl. I'd be careful.
I could see it. I mean, I hope not, because we're going to be there. So it'll be weird to have 2 NFC teams there. But yeah, no. As far as fantasy goes, we'll keep you guys updated on how this season is carrying us, and that's pretty much it.
And we're week 1, you and me.
Oh yes, we are. What a great turnout!
It's gonna be a super awesome episode 2.
Can't wait for the Youse to beat the Yinz.
Whatever, bro. Yinz on top, man.
And with that, I think that will conclude the first episode of the Yinz and Youse podcast. So thank you all for listening, taking your time out of your day. Follow us on social medias. X, Instagram @Yinz and Youse Pod. Twitter. Anywhere that you find your podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Yinz and Youse. Tell your friends about us. Tell your mom about us.
Please
don't tell your
dad
about
us.
And on that, we will talk to you guys next week. See you later.
Later.